What's up, Juliannas? It's your boy Kaz from Midnight Lights Gaming, bringing you 30 loop-breaking details Deathloop doesn't tell you or you might have missed. I love making these kinds of videos that give you a little bit more of an edge, help you have more fun and entertaining combat and gameplay. So I hope this helps you break the loop in ways that add to your experience with Deathloop. That's what I'm aiming for. Again, it's Coswald with Midnight Lights Gaming. Do give this video a thumbs up if it does anything for you. Subscribe to me here on YouTube. I do a lot of in-depth guides and tutorials on some of gaming's toughest moments and to help you be better at combat, have more fun with combat. So check out some of my other videos, and you can also hit me up on Twitter at Midnight Lights. It's spelled a little different, as you can see there. Let's get into it. Starting off with number 1 here, all mixed up, which is basically that your codes, your passcodes, different vaults, doors, etc., is different than everyone else's. So you can scour YouTube and the internet to figure out how to find these codes, but everyone's codes are going to be different. Also, in terms of turrets and nullifiers, this is number 2. The first thing is you can actually hold square with your nullifier or your turret out, and it can kind of tell you if you're placing it in the right spot. And then when you place it, it'll just pop right up. This helped me out a lot. I sort of found I was like throwing them and they just sort of fall over. So once I discovered you can hold square and move it around and they pop right up, it helped a lot. Number 3, there are batteries in turrets and nullifiers. This was a game changer when I found that out. Number 4, you can hack turrets from by peeking, pressing L2. And then it won't see you while you're doing that. Also really great. Number 4, scouts and alarms. These are what scouts look like. You can hack them with L1. That will prevent him or them from calling their buddies and sounding alarms, which the other thing, number 5 here, is that there are alarms. So sometimes, particularly like in bases and things, alarms will sound. But even when you're outside of, or when you're outside period, an alarm might not go off, but those guys are still going to call their buddy. So again, you can see there are alarms. Good to know. Number 6 is in terms of scouting. Yeah, so I'm still trying to figure this out. I think the gray icons when you focus mean they're like the lower level guys, and then if they have red, it means they're going to be harder to kill, like maybe one nail shot doesn't kill them instantly, and then you kind of see yellow folks as well. Number 7, sound is your friend. So you can see I enter into this room and I hear Eternalists talking right away. And so this game just does incredible things with sound. It can kind of alert you to where things are and where enemies are. It's very nuanced. You can hear footsteps, all of this cool stuff, which I absolutely love. Number 8, when you enter into combat, music, more fast-paced music is going to play. And then when people don't or aren't alerted to your presence, then the music will stop. And that's just another cool way to kind of let you know when people are alerted to you, and also when you're like, okay, I'm good, I can take a breather, start getting health, people aren't on to me. Number 9 is, so trinkets also give off this sort of like buzz sound, and the closer you get, the louder it is, which is also really helpful because trinkets are huge. Number 10 is your glowing. So speaking of trinkets, you can see that some enemies kind of have this like vapor, this colorful vapor coming off of them. That means they've got good stuff you want. So just make sure you are on the lookout for them, and also you kind of target and prioritize them. And you're going to get really good trinkets if you do that, and more trinkets, which is huge. Number 11 is take the high road. I've got a few with this one. So number 1, you get huge buffers the higher you are, and what I mean by that is that when you're up high, people are way less likely to see you. I mean, you can be really close to someone, even making a little bit of noise, and they're still not going to be alerted to you. So when you're doing your scouting, get high. It's also a huge tactical advantage, so if you start going guns blazing, I would encourage you to do it from the high road. Also, moving on to number 12, while you're on the high road, I wanted to show you a little bit about like death from above stuff. You can do that in this game. You've just got to get your timing right. I can't tell you how many times I didn't get my timing right, fell down, ate it, and hurt myself. So look out for that R1 prompt. If you hit it then, you'll have a great death from above. If not, you'll eat it and hurt yourself. Spamming does work sometimes. Spamming the R1 button helped me out, but mostly I found if I looked for that timing, it was good. Now, number 13 is that when you don't actually have to be that high above to do a death from above. So know you can like double jump above someone and do it. Number 14 is that, speaking of double jumps, you can actually prevent damage from long falls if you jump off of a ledge and then double jump before you hit the ground. So you can see it here again. I know I'm gonna get hurt if I fall all the way down here, so I do a double jump and it prevents the damage. Number 15 is melee. So you can kick people with R3 on PlayStation and get some really funny videos. It's been some of the best combat things. Number 16, Eternalists just aren't super bright. You can see here I missed shots several times and it still doesn't alert this person. And of course this is with a nail gun, but either way, you'll find that there's a lot of forgiveness and that you might get up close to someone and miss with a machete and they're still kind of wait, what's going on? And while they're not very bright, number 17 is they are very funny. You will catch Eternalists doing funny stuff like making snow angels randomly or saying hilarious stuff. I really encourage you in your wonderful stealthiness to hear and see what they have to say, because it is funny. Number 18, you can cancel slab attempts and grenade throws. Once you're holding L1, you can press square and that will cancel them. This was a game changer for me as well, as I was getting used to flipping through my hack-a-majig and grenades and slabs. I would sometimes get a slab going or get a grenade going at not very good times, and yeah, all you have to do is press square to cancel it. Number 19 is that it took me a minute to realize, because I thought when you did Nexus that people had to be nearby, but you can actually fire multiple Nexuses to get to connect people from further distances. Number 20, health and ammo. So this may be a little more obvious one, but actually not only are these health pods out there, but they actually recharge. So sometimes if Julianna's chasing me, I might make sure I'm close to one of these, or if I know a big fight's coming up or whatever, I'll make sure to fill up, but also just know that they recharge. You can go back to the well. Number 21, you can also go back to the well and these recharge as well or refill up. The thing you need to know, and number 22, is that while these are great places for ammo, you actually won't get nail gun ammo here. So just know that. Number 23 is at some point you may find yourself with the heritage gun, which can switch back and forth between buck and slug types of rounds. Now that's still, you don't have to find those specific rounds when you're getting ammo. It's all shotgun ammo. I just wanted to show you that the buck round is a spread, so if there's a lot of people coming at you, that's what you want to use. Slug round is more of a mid-range ammunition where you're gonna do a lot of damage a little further away to one specific point. Number 24, auto-aim-ish. Yeah, so there is a slight auto-aim function in this game, and you can kind of see if you are close to an Eternalist, it will kind of jump to them, but you can't be very far away. It's not like a huge bump in terms of how much this game helps you with auto-aim. I did find, though, incredibly helpful when I'm in cover, maybe an alarm's going off and I'm just sort of popping up. I did find it would go to people, and it just makes a huge difference. I haven't looked into if you can turn this function off. I will say, though, that I think it just adds to it for me. Not necessarily because it makes it easier, it just makes it more stylish, more cool, more fun for me. Welcome to number 25, my friends. That's what's mine is yours. You can disarm mines by pressing square. You can disarm laser mines by getting close to where the laser starts from. You can also disarm landmines by getting close to them and pressing square. Number 26 is you can also shoot mines. I did this with my nail gun or a pistol from time to time, which works if there aren't people around. You can see that didn't really alert people. So just note that sometimes these landmines are tough. I would get close and they still blow up on me sometimes. Just be careful. That's really it. Number 27 is turn on your subtitles. Sometimes when Julianna comes in, she'll talk and you can hear where she is or if she's close based on your subtitles. Number 28 is watch my combat and survival video, which the screenshot's from. Moving to 29, so trinking out cult. So the thing to know with trinkets is that you can't double up. You'll find eventually that some of them improve your health or improve your power meters, but you can't double those up. You can't quadruple jump. So that just kind of helped me kind of think about budgeting out, infusing things, knowing that I couldn't double things up. And we made it, y'all. Number 30, talking about difficulty. So you can't change the game to be easier or more difficult like a lot of other games in a difficulty setting. What you can do is turn off player versus player, which may help you. You may like, and you can do that where my cursor is in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. Now, you can't do that in between loops. Also know the later in the night or the later in your loop, the harder the game becomes. Or I think what I read is that the Eternalists become more aggressive, more assertive. So also the more visionaries you kill, the more assertive and aggressive they become. So know that, and know that we got some bonus tips for you, starting with becoming holster while you're moving around. If you want to run a little quicker or just put your guns away, you can hold square. Just hold square on PS5 and that will holster your weapons. Next, and we're going to go quick through these are, and I don't know if this is like totally above board, but if you're not having a great run, you can quit to the main menu and go back to breaking the loop, and that will start you back. Now, it will give you the exact same loadout. So if you are like, my loadout's awful, everything's awful, you need to go back in to your like office or whatever, and then you need to advance the day all the way back to the morning. I imagine you could probably just die too, like go through all of your lives and die, and that will bring you back to the morning, but that's how you would do that if you want to change your layout and everything. So again, it's Cos with Midnight Lights Gaming. Like this video if it did anything for you, subscribe here on YouTube, and follow me at Midnight Lights on Twitter.